participants in our Janaganit session today, which will be on the subject of multiplication with positive and negative integers. We learn certain rules for multiplying positive and negative integers. You know the rules. Plus into plus is plus. Positive into negative is negative. Negative into positive is negative. And negative into negative is negative. We learn these rules. The question is, where do these rules come from? That is what we are going to understand today. In Janaganit, we will ourselves make and understand where the rules of mathematics come from. So you do not have to remember anything. You do not have to mug up anything. There is no rote learning in Janaganit, because you will understand where the rules come from. We have with us here today our friends and participants Jyoti and Nandita, and I'll ask a question to both of them. Do you recall what we did about adding and subtracting negative integers and positive integers?
Yes.
So shall we start with a problem of addition?
Yes.
First question is to Nandita. Nandita, what is, you don't do it, just do it mentally. We will do it only if we have any difficulty in answering it mentally. Okay. First question is, what is positive 3 plus positive 2?
Positive 5.
Positive 5. Right? Jyoti, what is negative 3 plus negative 2?
Negative 1.
Let's do it now. Okay, let's do it. Take negative 3.
Negative 5.
Negative 5, yeah. Okay, Nandita, what is positive 3 plus negative 2?
Positive 1.
Positive 1. Okay, very good. And how did you get it? You took how many green plugs, how many red plugs?
I put 3 red plugs and 2,
Positive 3 plus negative 2.
3 green plugs and 2 red plugs, which gave me positive 1.
Yeah, because the red plug and the green plug
Will become 0.
0. So you have 2 zeros and 1 green plug. Right?
Yes.
Alright. Next question is to Jyoti. If I have negative 3 and positive 2, negative 3 plus positive 2.
Negative 1.
How did you get negative 1?
We have 3 positive plugs.
3 negative.
3 negative plugs and 2 positive plugs, and 2 red and green plugs were 0. The one which negative 1.
What color? What color of that plug?
Red.
Red. So we had 3 red plugs and 2 green plugs. So the 2 red and the 2 green cancel each other out, give you 2 zeros, and what we're left with is 1 red plug, which is negative 1. That is revision. So now, multiplication is just addition. If I say 3 times 4, it means 4 taken 3 times. So I have to take 4 once, I have to take 4 twice, I have to take 4 3 times. Understand that? And in multiplication, we start out with nothing in our account. We do the multiplication, which means doing the addition. And then we look at what is there at the end in my account, and that is the answer. So there are three things which are important. Where do you start? What is the operation that you do? And where do you end? In multiplication, we start out with nothing and we end with something. Okay? So are you ready now to do the first problem? The first problem I'm going to write here. It is 2 times positive 3. And this is the problem, 2 times positive 3. Please do that in your accounts. And Gyanjyoti, what is your answer?
Positive 6.
Positive 6. Let me just repeat what Gyanjyoti and Nandita have done. 2 times positive 3 means I take 3 one time and I take 3 2 times. I start out with nothing, I put 3 2 times, and what do I end up with? Positive 6. So the answer is 2 times positive 3 is equal to positive 6. 2 times positive 3 is positive 6. Good. Are you ready for the next problem? The next problem is, what is my next problem? Can you guess? What is my next problem?
Negative 3. 2 times negative 3.
2 times negative 3, correct. So now I'm going to write it here, and you please do 2 times negative 3. You already have the answer. Nandita, what is the answer?
Negative 6.
Negative 6. And how did you do it? Can you explain?
I took negative 3 once and then took negative 3 again, which gave me negative 6.
Give you negative 6. So the answer is negative 6. Alright? Now this 2 here is actually plus 2. Right? Plus 2 means 2 operations. But this plus I'm writing in red because it is 2 operations. A positive operation. Adding. Right? And what am I adding? I'm adding negative 3 2 times. So it is plus 2 times minus 3. So now do we understand why plus into minus is minus? Plus into minus is, the answer is negative. The answer, as we saw, is negative 6. We took negative 3 2 times. We took it once. And we took it second time. And we see that the answer is 6 red plugs, negative 6. I remind all the participants who are joining from all over the world, This is not a lecture. This is not just a video to be watched. This is a program of self-study. So when I give problems to Janjoti and Nandita, you can pause the video and do the problem yourself. If you don't have red plugs, you can use pieces of paper which you have colored red and green as counters. You should have counters of two colors. One red, one green. They could be any two colors, but different colors for positive and a different color for negative. So please remember the problems that are coming ahead. Pause the video and do it yourself, and then see whether what you have is what we have here in the studio. Because solving problems is the only way to understand mathematics. And here in Janaganit, we will be giving you a sequence of problems to solve. If you solve those problems one by one yourself, then you can be assured that you will master mathematics. Okay? So now, are you ready for the next problem? The next problem is, now, we have done 2 times positive 3. Now I give you a problem which is similar. Do 3 times positive 3. And what is the answer? Janjoti?
Positive 9.
Positive 9. Okay. And now, again, let's, just for the sake of being sure, let's do 3 times positive 2. Do 3 times positive 2. And what is your answer?
Positive 6.
Positive 6. Good. And now finally, just to round things off, do 3 times negative 3. What is your answer?
Negative 9.
Negative 9. Good. So now I think we understand how to multiply by a positive number. Now let's go to the next concept, which is multiplying by a negative number. Multiplying by a positive number means putting things inside my account. So if I multiply by plus 2, I put things 2 times. If I multiply it by plus 1, what does it mean?
Putting things 1 time.
Putting things 1 time. Okay, so now my next question, just think, if multiplying by plus 1 means putting things once, then my next question is, what is multiplying by minus 1?
Taking out 1.
Taking out ones. Very good. So if we understand what is multiplying by a negative number, multiplying by a negative number is taking out that many times. So multiplying by minus 1 means taking out once. Multiplying by minus 2 means
Taking out 2 times.
taking out 2 times. In multiplication, you start out with nothing in your account. So now, if you have nothing in your account and you have to take out something, remember when we did subtraction, we were able to take out from the account even if I had nothing in the account. Remember?
We can make zeros and take out.
You can make zeros and you can take out, you can put something, but the value of that something must be 0. That's what we learned from our session on subtraction. So multiplying by negative numbers is just repeated subtraction. Okay, if I multiply by negative 2, by minus 2, it means I remove 2 times. So let us start out with a simple problem. Are we ready? The problem is minus 1 times positive 2. So minus 1 times positive 2 means you have to start out with nothing or start out with zeros, as Nandita said, and you have to remove positive 2. And what is your answer? What are you left with?
Negative 2.
Negative 2. ज्ञानज्योती, तुम्ही मला मराठीमध्ये सांगा तुम्ही काय केलेले आहेत. जरा विचार करा आणि मला सांगा की तुम्ही काय केलेले आहेत. तुम्ही कसं काय केलं? We started out with 0. तुम्ही काय केलं सुरुवातीला?
पहिला 0 घेतलं, त्यातून 2 पॉझिटिव्ह काढले आणि जे राहिले ते 2 निगेटिव्ह काढले.
बरोबर. तर पहिले 0 तुम्ही करा तुमचं. किती झिरोज घेतले तुम्ही?
4.
झिरोज किती आहेत? 2. बरोबर आहेत. आणि मग तिथनं तुम्ही काय केलं?
2 पॉझिटिव्ह काढले, मग 2 निगेटिव्ह राहिले.
2 निगेटिव्ह राहिलेले. Very good. Okay. So the answer is, what is the answer? Negative 2. Right? This is what we end up with. Negative 2. I'll repeat what was done by Nandita and Gyanjyoti. I have to remove, this is the problem, I have to remove once positive 2. But I have nothing in my account. So to remove positive 2, I have to create an account which has the same value as nothing. That means I have to create an account which has value 0. I do that by adding 2 zeros. The account still has value 0 as if there was nothing. But from this now I can remove 2 positives, leaving the answer which is -2. You may ask the question, why do you take 2 zeros? Why not take only 1 zero? Okay, let us take 1 zero. But then how can I remove 2 positives? I have only 1 positive in 1 zero. So now you may say, all right, why 1 zero? Let us take 3 zeros. Okay, let us take 3 zeros. Now we can remove 2 positives. Remove 2 positives. I have 2 negatives and 1 zero, which is equal to 2 negatives. So the answer does not change if I take more than 2 zeros in my account to start with. Okay? So now let's go to the next problem. The next problem is -2 times +3. -2 times +3. You have to start out with an account which has value 0. So Gyanjyoti, what is the value of your account now?
0.
Is it 0? Now it is 0. But you have to remove +3 how many times? 3, 2 times. Remove +3 once. Remove +3 once. But you have to remove it again. So you need to have, you can't do it with just 3 zeros. How many zeros will you need?
6.
So start out with that. What is the value of your account, Gyanjyoti? 0. Can you remove +3 2 times? And what is your answer?
-6.
-6. Okay. So the answer is -6. Okay. Now we are going to the next problem, which is -1 negative 1 times negative 3. Negative 1 times negative 3. What is your answer?
Positive 3.
Nandita, can you explain how we got?
We took 3 zeros and we removed negative 3 from them, so we have positive 3 left.
How many times did you remove negative 3?
Once,
Why?
because it's negative 3 into negative 1.
Negative 1. Negative 1 means remove once.
Yes.
Okay. So are you ready for the next problem?
Yes.
What is going to be my next problem? Can you guess?
Negative 3 into negative 3.
Negative 3 into
Negative
3.
3.
Good. Let's take negative 3 into negative 3. And what is your answer?
Positive 9.
Positive 9. ज्ञानज्योती, आता तुम्ही मला सांगा की तुम्ही काय केलं?
पहिलं 0 घेतले,
किती?
9 0 घेतले, त्यातून 3 टाइम्स मायनस म्हणजे नेगेटिव्ह 3 काढले, तर जे राहिले ते पॉझिटिव्ह 9 होते.
Correct. So negative 3 times, actually we should say minus 3 times negative 3, because this minus is an operation. When we talk about operation, we say minus. And this is a negative number. So that's why I've used this in red color. These are the operations, and this is the property of the number. So if I remove negative 3 times, which means I start out with 9 zeros, I'm left with 9 positive plugs. So my answer is plus 9. So now, do we understand why negative into negative is positive? Right? So earlier we saw why this was also negative into negative is positive. We saw negative into positive is negative. We saw, to start with, that positive times positive plus times positive is positive. We saw plus times negative is negative. Plus 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. So plus into minus or plus into negative is negative. Now we see that negative into positive is negative, and that negative into negative is positive. So we have all the rules which we have ourselves. So now, are we ready to do some problems mentally? Okay. First question is to Gyan Jyoti. What is positive 2 times positive 2?
Positive 4.
Positive 4. Correct. Next question is to Nandita. Nandita, what is positive 2 or plus 2 times negative 2?
Negative 4.
Negative 4. Right? Next question is to Gyan Jyoti. Gyan Jyoti, what is negative 2, rather minus 2 times plus 3?
Negative 6.
Negative 6. Yeah, minus 2 times plus 3 is negative 6. And next question is to Nandita. Nandita, what is negative 3 times negative 4?
Positive 12.
Positive 12. So now we have all the rules. Plus into positive is positive. Minus into positive is negative. Plus into negative is negative. And minus into negative is negative. Normally, we use the words negative and minus in the same way. So, we can now use it as minus into minus is plus. So, in that language now, a little loose language, I repeat, what we have done is plus into positive is positive. Plus into negative is negative. Minus into positive is negative. And minus into negative is positive. That is what we have actually done with plugs. But now we can use the language a little loosely. Plus into plus is plus. Plus into minus is minus. Minus into plus is minus. And minus into minus is plus. That is what we have learned from our session on multiplication today. And now, do we know where the rules come from?
Yes.
Okay, so we don't have to memorize these rules. If in doubt, we can always take plugs and do the operations and understand where the rules came from. So, this is where we will conclude this session on multiplication of negative integers.